would think you're quite a pill for Henry to take care of me.
Gentle germs, now that we have formed a gathering, now that we're all here, I have called this very extraordinary meeting of the Germ Council to review the state of the war against the humans and to pass on a message of new hope to our troops. We all know that the war to eliminate the humans is not going well. There seems to be a damn sight more of them now than when we started. We man-germs have suffered serious losses in the face of their new weapons. But we must not give up hope. Remember the glorious victories of our early campaigns. The great victory of our dysentery division at the Battle of the Bowel. The bronchitis division's successful battles in the air, leading to the collapse of the lungs. The triumphant advances of our typhoid troops. Those were the good old days. I have some archive film to remind you. Remember these rave notices? Look at this, in the 30s. Diphtheria, 73,953 cases notified in England and Wales. And this, in the 1940s. Increase in dysentery and intestinal diseases. And in 1969, deaths from respiratory illnesses, 75,183. Due to our campaigns, in an influenza winter, deaths from these illnesses range from 5,000 up to 35,000. Yes, our early campaigns into enemy territory were extremely successful. Charge! Thanks to our superb camouflage division. The humans could never see us, so they didn't think about us. Out of sight, out of mind. They left themselves wide open to our attack. In this campaign, I was awarded the Bacteria Cross. Thanks to the human stupidity, we were able to penetrate from our hiding places to the very heart of their defenses. Yes, their hearts were in their mouths. The humans were careless. In many cases, their supply lines were left completely unguarded. Our airborne division was able to fly in large numbers. Thousands of our troops were airlifted from our own territory right into the enemy supply lines. And when their supply lines were defended, we were able to use more subtle tactics. Thanks again to our camouflage division, we were able to hide out unsuspected behind the enemy lines. We were able to lie in ambush, increasing our strength until the moment came to attack. Our cavalry division also met with success. Many of them were able to leave their animals and create havoc among the humans' infantry. Yes. Little did the humans realize that they themselves were helping our cause by keeping their troops in cold, damp, and drafty barracks. Of course, living in these conditions lowered the morale of the human troops, ruined their fighting fitness. They showed little resistance to our bronchial snipers. Fire! Those were the good times. Did you know that in the prehistoric age, at 1969 to be exact, most of you were just spars in those days, our bronchitis division killed 34,102 humans in the UK alone. And that's apart from the maimed and wounded we left behind. But then we became spoiled by our success. Some of us were too cocky. Streptococcus, staphylococcus, pneumococcus. And so our setbacks came. The humans had been building up an intelligence service second to none. Some of our troops had been captured and placed in concentration camps. I warn you, it's not a pretty sight. In these concentration camps, our troops were subjected to cunning trickery, kept in warmth and comfort, and then used for evil experiments by the humans' SS, their dreaded scientific service. Some of our best germs cracked. Some gave away more than just genus, species, and number. They began to reveal some of our vital secrets. The humans learned of our fear of the cold. They developed a new kind of war machine, the refrigerator. They began to defend their supplies by putting them inside these cold boxes. But they put too much faith in this weapon. They hadn't reckoned on the strength of our resistance movement and undercover agents. Once out of those cold boxes, our troops were able to mount surprise attacks. Some of these attacks were very successful. They should have realized you can't keep a good germ down. But there was worse to come. The humans' intelligence agents didn't give up. They were still working their prisoners over, breaking our secret genetic codes. They developed guns to shoot down our aircraft. They developed poisons to kill off large numbers of our troops on active service. Yes! Chemical warfare! Our defeats on the battlefield are becoming more and more frequent. But not before we'd done a great deal of damage. Our war effort was seriously undermining their economy, and it still is. Our resistance movement is developing ways of combating their poisons. They are not so deadly now as the humans would like. We can still manage an epidemic. So what is causing our present loss of face? I'll tell you. The humans have changed their strategy. They are making our troops totally ineffective by preventing them reaching their objectives at all. And you all know what we say. The humans are using gas. But that is not all. They are using it to produce hot water. Yes, hot water. The one thing against which we have no defense. It's so simple. Like all their most diabolical inventions. Simple. Our septic service agents have smuggled out top-secret film of this new weapon in action. I want you to watch carefully. The humans, you will note, are using this weapon to flush out our troops from many of their best positions, preventing them from reaching the battlegrounds inside the human body. They are preventing us occupying sites from which we were once able to attack large numbers of the enemy in one sortie. Such areas are now out of bounds, kaput, sterilized. Their armory is extensive. Any germ commander would give his nucleus for such weapons, such sophistication. They have tanks that fire instantaneous hot water. Tanks that carry an inexhaustible supply of the stuff. And these devices are cheap to produce. So soon, all human troops will be issued with them. Wherever we try to attack, there'll be water. Water, water everywhere, and all of it bloody hot. Frankly, we are being made a lot of steaming nits. Our troops are being destroyed before they can be put into action. And there's more. The Humans Logistics Division have developed schemes for providing warmth and comfort at all the main theaters of war. They call it central heating. The hot water is produced in this device here, the boiler, and is driven round these pipes by a pump here to the defense mechanisms. Here, 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 and here. The radiators. Yes, cunning, isn't it? And there's one more thing, too. The humans have always been renowned for producing a lot of hot air. But now they're using it against us. This is the machine here. Hot air is produced here, fanned around these ducts, and let out through these vents. Here, 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 and here.
Here, here.
Shut up! Same result as with that damned hot water system. They're being used to make the humans back safe against the attacks of our bronchial snipers. And it's boosting the enemy's morale. They're so damned comfortable. It makes you sick, doesn't it? But we must not lose hope. We have allies in the human ranks. Some humans have defected to our side. Not only do they not bother with hot water or central heating, but they've got some wonderful dirty habits. There are only a few of them, but we only need a few. Because we have one great weapon left. Our powers of multiplication. The enemy underestimates it. He thinks rabbits are good. Let just a few of us get through their defense lines, and there will soon be enough of us to carry the fight back to them. They underestimate us, man-germs, and that will be their downfall. We can still win the war! We will fight them in the bowels. We will fight on the tongue and in the ears. We will carry the war into their